Hello, I have a question for you. Can you keep a secret? If I tell you something in confidence, can I trust that you'll keep it to yourself and that you won't spill the beans to the very next person that walks into this room? If so, good. That is one of the single best traits that you can have as a Big Brother player. Winning the game of Big Brother can literally come down to whether or not a certain secret stays secret. And since this cast of Big Brother 27 has proven to be one of the worst when it comes to secret keeping, I figured I should probably give you all a little lesson on what it means to actually keep a secret a secret. Consider hitting that like button or subscribing to the channel. It's okay if you weren't already, it'll just be our little secret. And without further ado, here are 5 of the best kept secrets in Big Brother history.
Anytime there was alliance or anyone thought there was alliance in the house, they wanted to break it up. And by us keeping it a secret, they never thought we were a threat.
Starting things off, let's talk about a secret that I genuinely cannot believe was never exposed throughout the entire 100 days that this season lasted. And that is the secret that in Big Brother 25, Cirie was Jared's mom. The moment that Cirie entered the house on night 1, it looked like it was only a matter of time before the others figured out that Jared was her kid, especially since Izzy clocked it immediately and told them right away. And since, Jared and Cirie have very similar faces and mannerisms. But somehow, nobody else picked up on it. Well, kinda, but I'll get to that in a minute. Cirie knew that it was imperative that their secret not get exposed because she was already a huge threat. And if everyone found out that her son was in the game too, then they would be in deep doo-doo. So on day 1, Cirie, Jared, and Izzy became a trio, and they promised to keep this secret all the way through the end of the game. Cirie did an A+ job keeping it a secret, as we'd all expect, and Izzy did her part too, never spilling the beans about what she knew. But Jared, well, Jared's a whole nother story. To his credit, Jared probably had the most to lie about, because he had to pretend his last name was Lovely, and he had to remember not to call Cirie mom anytime he was speaking about her. Unfortunately, he didn't inherit all of Cirie's exceptional abilities, and he slipped up numerous times. But luckily for Jared, nobody ever picked up on the mistakes. However, Jared did purposefully hint at his secret to Blue a lot in the beginning of the season. And I don't know why he did this, but eventually Jared told Blue, and she learned that Cirie was his mom. Even with a new person learning this secret though, it still remained a secret. Blue didn't tell a soul about this, not even Cirie, until just minutes before her own eviction, where she let Cirie know that she knew, but that she wouldn't expose it. So this fact stayed a secret from every other player until they were either evicted in the pre-jury, or when Cirie and Jared revealed it on finale night. Izzy could have exposed it or used it as leverage to try and save herself from being evicted. Blue could have let everyone know as she was heading home. Heck, I'm surprised Jared didn't just leak it out either time he walked out the front door. But everyone remained loyal and kept their lips sealed, which kept the Fields family secret one of the best kept secrets in Big Brother history, despite Jared's interference.
The plan is for me and Jared, my son, to stay undetected.
You're Cirie Fields' son, aren't you? Listen, let me tell you, I don't want you going home. This is like to the grave, Jared.
Just putting it out there, she knows. She came to me immediately like,
Oh my God, Izzy.
I truly think that I'm the only person in the house that knows.
I got something to tell you. That we are related to somebody.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The gears are kind of clicking a little too well in place.
I know your secret.
I figured it out.
Only thing I can say to Blue is thank you for her keeping that secret on her way out the door.
I was playing this game with my mother.
Cirie is Jared's mother. You had no hint of this.
I had no idea.
They're good liars. That's awesome.
I hope they win.
No wonder I couldn't break through that.
Up next, we have the only power I'm going to talk about on this list. Usually, when someone wins a power, the entire house eventually finds out who won it. It's like each power has the curse of Gab bestowed upon it because nobody ever keeps it a secret. Like, look at this season. But there does exist at least one time where a player kept their power a secret for pretty much the entirety of the summer. And that was Tyler with his Cloud Power app. In week 2 of Big Brother 20, Tyler was voted the most trending house guest by the fans. And because of it, he won the secret Cloud Power app, which he could use before any nomination ceremony or veto meeting to keep himself safe. Once he won it, Tyler made the very sensible decision to simply not tell anyone about it, which is the right thing to do. It's funny. I remember when the live feeds came back on this day, none of the viewers could figure out who had won the power because nobody was giving any indication to the cameras that they had it. So it was like Tyler was keeping it a secret from us too. The other 2 players that won powers, Sam and Bailey, eventually told some people about it, leading to the whole house figuring it out. But still, nobody knew who had won the week 2 power because Tyler was keeping his mouth shut. Eventually, later on in the season, Tyler finally decided to entrust Sam with this information to try and bring her in closer as an ally. But Tyler had done such a good job acting like he didn't have it up to this point that Sam legitimately didn't believe that he was telling the truth. Imagine your secret being so well kept that people literally just think it's not true when you eventually do tell them. Once Tyler reached the final 2, he finally told everyone that he had won the power, and I believe it's the only instance where someone was able to keep an advantage a secret all the way through the finale. So, for that reason, it makes it into my top 5.
With this Cloud app, anytime I think I'm in trouble, I can save myself. I'm not telling anyone.
Why didn't you tell me that?
You're the only person I'm ever gonna tell.
He says he has the other power. I don't think he does. I think that's a lie.
So this is the last week for me to use my Cloud Power app. But now that my girl Angela is HOH, I might not even have to use it at all. After that first week, I won the second Power app, and this is the first time Casey's finding out about it. 2 months straight without telling anybody about this Power app.
Okay.
Sam, you know, but
Thank you.
sorry, Casey.
Brett?
Up next, we have the original secret. Well, actually, that's not true. We'll get to the original secret later. But this is still one of the earliest and most famous secrets in Big Brother history. And that's the twin twist from Big Brother 5. From the beginning of the game, house guest Adria had to keep a secret from everyone else. The fact that she was actually 2 people, Adria and Natalie. These twins would switch places in the house every couple of days, pretending to be just one person, and they had to try and go undetected through week 5, at which point Natalie would join the game as an individual player too. These 2 women knew they would have to be on their A game to keep this secret from the rest of the house, and they did a phenomenal job at it. Whenever they switched off, they would get 15 minutes to transfer information in order to get their story straight so that they could remain consistent and lessen the chances that they find themselves in a conversation with their pants down. Wait, is that how that saying goes? Not getting caught with their pants down. Okay, anyways, I don't think anyone was ever seriously suspicious of them in any real capacity. And if you think, oh, that's not so hard to pull off, they look identical, and obviously they wouldn't tell anyone, trust me, it's not that easy, as we eventually found out in Big Brother 17. These 2 did such an excellent job keeping their secret that once 5 weeks had hit and the other players were informed that there was a pair of twins playing in the house, still nobody suspected Adria. They were guessing Diane or Drew or freaking Holly for some reason, but not Adria. They actually kind of did too good of a job hiding this secret because after it was revealed, a lot of players found that they couldn't trust the pair because they had proven to be super good at lying and deceiving. But if that's not an indicator of this being one of the best kept secrets in Big Brother history, then I don't know what is.
Me and my sister, we have been switching in and out sporadically and sharing different information. Well, the 5 points that you share with the person coming back into the house have got to be the 5 key things that would affect Adria in the house.
You look very different in your picture.
I photograph like so many different ways. It's tough. It's tough to look at A's face on the wall when I keep trying to be her and people call me A all day. So it's hard.
One of your housemates has been playing this game with an identical twin.
It's not these
now,
guys.
Natalie.
We did it!
I've never been so dumbfounded in my entire life.
One of the most important ingredients needed towards making an alliance a successful one is being able to keep its existence a secret from the other players. Unfortunately, most alliances fail to do this, simply because people usually tend to hang out with those that they're aligned with. And I would say about 90% of legitimate alliances tend to get sussed out at some point. But a few of Big Brother's most successful alliances managed to evade detection. And while I originally was going to talk about the Brigade here, I realized that there was one other alliance that outperformed the Brigade secrecy. And that's the Cookout. In Big Brother 23, Tiffany, Xavier, Kyland, Hannah, Azza, and Derek F formed the Cookout Alliance in the first couple of days, and the 6 of them went the entire season undetected, resulting in the single most successful and dominant alliance in the show's history, and also becoming the best kept secret alliance. Not a soul in that house suspected the Cookout to be working together at any point during the season. And I distinctly remember a clip of Alyssa at the final 8 talking to Derek F and Azza, saying how she just realized that after Claire was evicted, the entire house would be filled with minorities. And it was just so funny because it's like, yes, Alyssa, you are so close to the truth, but you still don't see it. Outside of the fact that nobody in the Cookout ever leaked the alliance's existence, the reason that it stayed secret and nobody saw it coming was because they all had their own separate public alliances that masked their true allegiances. And, most of all, the members of the Cookout didn't always get along. Many times throughout the season, there would be real and legitimate public disagreements between Tiffany, Derek F., Kyland, etc. that made the others in the house be like, oh, obviously they can't be that tight because they're bickering at each other, and they've nominated each other, and they get on each other's last nerves. But that's what made it so perfect. Because they didn't always get along, but still managed to have unbreaking trust with one another because of their shared goal to get the 6 of them to the end of the game and crown Big Brother's first black winner, made for the legitimate, perfect concoction to achieve an undetectable alliance. So, because of how successful they were, and because of how nobody ever figured it out, the Cookout's existence is without a doubt one of the show's best kept secrets.
We're gonna have to know silently that we have each other's back, but we're gonna have to split up.
You know what we're talking about.
The Cookout.
We need to partner with someone else outside of the 6 so that we don't bring attention to ourselves.
The final 7 are all minorities.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Wait, what? I didn't even notice.
Technically, I'm halfway. So am I next?
No. Yes.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to the Cookout.
We have been through fighting, cries, not trusting each other, and guess what? We stuck to that plan.
The best alliance to ever do it.
Yes.
Day 1.
And now, lastly, I thought I would end it off with the real original secret. They have got a name so good that I couldn't possibly not have them on this list. So, the final best kept secret is Jason and Danielle's secret alliance from Big Brother 3, which they literally named the Secret Alliance. In the first week of Big Brother 3, Danielle and Jason looked each other in the eyes and basically said, you've got me, I've got you, we'll keep it a secret, and we'll make it to the end together. And that's exactly what they did. To the house, they were just two unsuspecting friends playing cards in the bathroom. But what was really going down is that they weren't playing cards. They were playing everyone else. And I mean that literally. They oftentimes weren't playing a real card game. They were just throwing cards down thoughtlessly while secretly strategizing and figuring out what to do 1 week at a time. Danielle and Jason would hide their allegiance to each other by getting closer with other players in the house and never spending too much time together so that they didn't come across as a pair. Then they would quickly convene each week, share any new information they got with each other, and figure out how to keep one another safe and who was best for them to target week after week after week. They saw that other duos were becoming targets and getting nominated together. Eric and Lisa, Kiara and Roddy, Amy and Marcellus. So they knew that they had to keep their lips shut in their strategizing brief so that they wouldn't fall to the same fate. And they did so expertly. It wasn't until the final four before anyone seriously started sussing out that Jason and Danielle might have a secret agreement. But even then, it was pretty obvious since Danielle nominated everyone but Jason, and it was only Lisa who suspected something. Amy was blissfully unaware of what was really going on, and she was fully confident that there were 0 alliances left in the game. The secret alliance worked so beautifully because they had absolute trust in one another. And when you have two players as capable as Danielle and Jason who also know how to keep a secret, well, there was nobody in that house who was gonna find out about them. For them to have formed this secret alliance so early on in Big Brother's lifespan, when the concept of a secret alliance was still in its infancy stage, and to find as much success as they did, is truly exceptional. They were loyal to the soil, and their secret was one of the best kept in the show's history.
Early on in the game, Danielle and I decided to align ourselves. We play cards, and then when somebody comes in, we start throwing some things down just to cover it up a little bit.
It's a secret. Why? Because people get nervous when they know there's alliances. No one has a clue. It's done beautifully. We don't hardly talk during the day. And by us keeping it a secret, they never thought we were a threat.
This is an alliance-free house. There's absolutely no under-the-table action going on at all, and it's perfect.
We're gonna sit there and say, we played all, y'all.
And there we go. There were some other really solidly kept secrets that I considered putting on this list, such as Tommy and Christy knowing each other from before Big Brother 21, Reagan being the second saboteur in Big Brother 12, and David being the one to save himself with the disruptor power in Big Brother 22. But I think the 5 choices I talked about encapsulate successful Big Brother secrets the best. However, with the good always comes the bad, and in this case, the bad is a lot more entertaining. So, in the coming weeks, be on the lookout for the 5 worst kept secrets in Big Brother history. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I, of course, need to give that extra special shout out to all of my YouTube members and patrons who I believe could keep a secret better than anyone else, and I would trust them with all of my secrets in the Big Brother house. And, as always, here's a clip for you on your way out.
I nominated this week you, Jerry, and you, Amy.
Why, Jason, why?
I think she wanted Roddy up against Jerry.
What are you gonna do?
Jason was weak. This just shows that Jason's incapable of making the tough decisions.
As harsh and as terrible as it is, you should have used the veto. I'm sorry, but I vote to evict you, Marcellus.